When there's a failed troll on YouTube, who are you gonna call? Trollbusters. I was planning on uploading this for the longest time. I had it on my computer for months, so I decided now is the time to upload it. Let's derail this video for what it is, a piece of crap.
Hi YouTube viewers, it's me, Prime United fan again, and I thought I might share my personal opinion on Mario and why the Mario series sucks.
You gotta be careful there. I know you're not a professional critic or anything, so you might not know better, but seriously, dude. You have to make sure that you don't be blunt. You don't go right away saying it flat out sucks. Build up on it. If you say right off the bat it sucks, people are just going to X out the video and probably just give you a thumbs down or something like that.
Why the Mario series sucks. I mean the Mario series, right? Nintendo have been making. Oh,
Turn off your phone or edit the video. Moving on.
I mean, Nintendo have been making Mario games since 1985.
1981.
So yeah, they've been making Mario games since 1985, and they improved Mario. They improved the Mario series in. They improved the Mario series when the Nintendo 64 came out, and they released a better version of Mario Kart.
The series did not improve with Mario Kart. Far from it. Granted, that was an improvement for the Mario Kart series, I can give you that much, but that didn't improve the series in general. If anything, that was either Super Mario Bros. 3 for the Nintendo Entertainment System or Super Mario 64 for the Nintendo 64. Be careful when you say that. Make sure you say that's an improvement to Mario Kart 64, but that didn't improve the Mario series in general.
Well, back then I thought it was like the only version of Mario Kart. I mean, I didn't even know that the SNES existed.
Be careful, you're going off topic. You're making this a throwback.
I mean, because I was actually playing with the NES. That was the first games console I ever played, and I was about 4 back then. That's what got me into like video games and stuff. Sure, Mario was great for the really early 2000s, like the start of the 2000s.
You're missing out on the 1980s and the 1990s, two of the most major years of Mario's existence. Be careful.
Or the late 90s, either one of those. They're both, well, Mario was great for back in the early days, well, not the really early days, but earlier days, and
Where's your point here? I'm still waiting for a point.
And since about 4 months later, after I played the NES, I moved on to the Nintendo 64, N64, right? Moved on to Nintendo 64, because we bought the Nintendo 64 about 4 months after I tried the NES, because I didn't like it.
You shouldn't really say anything like about the NES that way because people friggin' love the system. I understand why. It's one of the best systems ever created. Well, it is the best system ever created. And it has a huge fan base. By doing this, you're gonna get amounts of hate mail.
I didn't like the NES, so I moved on to Nintendo 64. That amazed me. 3D graphics. That was first console with 3D graphics.
Hi, I'm Star Fox on Super Nintendo. Don't remember? Nope. Okay.
I think it was competing with Sega Mega Drive.
Facepalm headshot plus 50 points. Super Nintendo was competing with it.
But the Mario series, well, the Mario series, if you look at a later Mario game, for Nintendo DS or Nintendo Wii, you'll find that they ain't really improved much from the 64. Actually, ain't even improved at all.
Okay, where to begin on this? That was a totally biased comment right there. The thing is, the Mario series has clearly improved over the past few years. If you look back on, maybe at least 10 years ago now, probably even more, with Mario 64, the thing was with that game, the camera wasn't that good. That was the biggest downfall of it. And Mario Sunshine, while I thought the controls pretty nice, the camera was still horrible. It was actually worse than it was before. Now look at Mario Galaxy. The camera's improved. So that's one improvement right there. The controls are obviously better. Another improvement. The graphics are better. I don't really care about graphics, but it's still nice to have. There's another improvement there. Music obviously better. The point is that every single Mario game has its own style of innovation. For example, Mario Galaxy with the gravity system and how many things can run off screen at once. And New Super Mario Bros. Wii had the use of the 4 players, which has been a request for fans for the longest time. Like, what I'm trying to say is that, just if I was saying that the series hasn't improved at all, even though it clearly has, is quite a biased comment on your side here. So, you really need to watch what you say, because this is the kind of thing that will get a lot of people angry, rightfully so.
If they're lucky, if Nintendo are lucky, that the games would be about the same as the Nintendo 64. Well, you know what I mean. It'll be just as good as Nintendo 64 if they were lucky.
No, not really, because video games like Super Mario Galaxy 2 are still getting good scores. The Mario games, like, Nintendo never gets lucky. I'm just saying right now. Like, maybe once with Metroid Other M, I guess, but, like, Mario Galaxy 2 is one of the best games I've ever played in my entire life, so lucky is an understatement.
I mean, some of the later Mario games are worse than the earlier Mario games.
How so? Elaborate.
I mean, they've been making Mario since 1985.
1981.
Don't you think Mario is a little bit overrated?
No, not really. I think Mario games are rightfully placed for what they are.
I mean, it's just a Nintendo 64 game with different backgrounds and game plots. It's just a Nintendo 64 game with different game plots and levels and stuff.
I don't see why we should change what we grew up with. I don't see why we should change what's been implanted into our minds. Sega did this with Shadow the Hedgehog, and guess what? That game turned out to be a bomb. It was crap.
I mean, the game industry hasn't really changed since Mario 64.
Okay, you just said that the Mario series hasn't improved at all since the Nintendo 64, and now you're saying that the industry hasn't improved since Nintendo 64. You just defeated the entire purpose of your video. Congratulations.
The Mario games ain't really changed. The Nintendo... Sorry, my microphone disconnected.
Use some movie editing software.
Alright, what was I saying again?
I don't have to make a part 2, maybe?
They ain't really changed Mario since the Nintendo 64.
In the words of Jack Bauer, damn it.